Hi, welcome to a new episode of Talk It Out. And today we're going to talk about fear. I think in our last episode we spoke about helplessness and hopelessness.
Yeah.
And I think that the reason why both of us decided to talk about fear today because we feel that this is very directly related to feeling helpless and hopeless and what's next. So the next part, right, where we told you last episode that it's about identifying what I can do and how to do it.
Yeah.
But we also understand that with that, a lot of people might be afraid.
Yes.
But afraid of what? Come, share with them. What do you think they'll be afraid of?
I think fear in Singapore itself, right? The usual kiasu kiasi. Scared to
Yes.
lose, scared to die. Right?
Yes.
Then after that, for men, scared of wife.
Kiabok.
Right, but I mean, that being said, in Singapore, I feel fear is driven by a few things.
Okay.
Mainly
For example?
the lack of something,
Yes.
the lack of time, lack of money.
Mhm.
These are one of the two biggest fears that most people don't recognize.
Yes.
Right? Then at the same time, also fear can be brought about by this thing called change,
Yes. Agree.
right? Because we are also very comfortable about what we do. Okay, earning 10k a month already, then don't need to change already, Why want to go and do that? Siao,
True.
right?
True.
But I would say it's not about don't do. It's not about the. It's no good to be scared. Because I think fear has a very, very, very important
Function.
Yeah, right. Important function as in it can help you all to identify what's going to kill you,
Yes.
right? What's going to cause damage to you, what is going to cause discomfort and harm to you.
Correct. But I think we don't talk about so big plans. Even if we talk a bit more on the basic things, right? For example, we look at fear, and when Edwin says, fear actually is a very primary function, which is to what? To spur.
To prevent you from getting hurt.
Correct. But also it helps you to, because of this fear, right? You can actually use it for a better purpose. For example, like now I'm afraid to maybe start a new business opportunity, right? I'm fearful. I don't know to expect. So rather than being fearful, which is just the emotion, you can actually use it functionally, which is, so if I'm afraid,
What is it?
what am I afraid of? And also, once I know what I'm afraid of, right,
Okay.
then we can make plans, right?
Yes.
It's about strategic planning then. It's about, what can I do to address this future so-called possible hiccup or concern. But then with that being said, I'm not asking you to go down the rabbit hole because there are people that will do that. Plan, then they leave their future.
A million what ifs.
Correct. They leave their future self become problem one. Then problem one we got option A, B, C like multiple choice, and then it goes then like one MLM the triangle like pyramid like that. Wow, very big like Egypt,
But you need to make it. I would say, digestible for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of times when we analyze fear, we can be over analytical,
Correct.
right? I have people who are also overly optimistic,
Okay.
overly pessimistic.
Yep.
But it's about finding that balance between both. Finding that okay, we can work with this now. Let's work on it first.
Yes.
Because some people they just go on and on and on. I scared that this will happen, scared that will happen. I scared this, scared that, scared until don't do.
No, then for those people that have a lot of like so-called fear, right, whereby they say, hey, what if I then they really have to identify if you guys are also doing right, you really got to ask yourself, are you doing it because now, right, that is an excuse for you to not step out from what you are currently doing and out of your comfort zone? Because I feel a lot of us are in our comfort zone.
Yes.
Like it or not, if you're not experiencing change and you are doing routine stuff, you are in your comfort zone. Whether it's for the better or for the worse, right? If you could be earning $10,000, you might not want to go out because you are very comfortable with that. But also, if you're earning $2,000 or maybe even $1,500 and you know that the cost of living is high, maybe you got a whole family to feed, 2 kids are growing up, but you only earn $1,500 a month. Right? I would say you also still are in your comfort zone. Why? Because you're actually very familiar with
How to use that 1,500.
precisely how to maximize that 1,500 and you are comfortable, or in that sense you know what to expect. 1,500 and end of the month I know I will not have enough.
Yeah.
Or and end of the month right, I know I will probably need to sign a credit card for next month or something like. But at least you know that it is planned in your head of what are the next step and course of actions you do. So that's why there's no fear, because why now everything right is known. I would say fear right, we usually creeps in right when we have fear of the unknown. Right? It's because we don't know what to expect. And being very human, right, is all the times when we don't know what to expect, which makes it should I do it or not?
Yeah, I
And
think
that kind of stuff.
one of the easier example to understand this unknown, right, is
Right.
when your boss suddenly come to you and ask, hey, later come to the office.
Yeah. And then don't tell you what thing.
Hey, tomorrow you free, right? Tomorrow I talk to you.
I got something to tell you but I'm very busy now. Tomorrow I tell you, wow, you key xiao
I hate this
Yeah,
kind
I
of
also hate this
bullshit.
kind of shit.
But like, sometimes it's not because of bad things, but it's just because you don't know what they're going to talk about, right?
Yeah.
It leaves you very uncomfortable.
Correct.
Sometimes that is where the fear comes in as well.
Correct.
Right? So I feel fear is something that we need to acknowledge that is there, but also be fair to yourself. Because this is when you just overly acknowledge, right, it will lead you into hopelessness and helplessness.
Agree. I think
I scared don't do lor.
agree.
我做了也是没有用，then that is what rolls on. Because
Agree.
all emotions, I would say, it is not singled out. We experience a ton of emotions in a single day,
Yes.
right? Maybe at one particular moment you can experience 5 or 6 or even 20 different emotions.
Yes.
Just that which one is stronger.
Mm.
And some is created by others that fits the main emotion that you're feeling. Right? So I would say we need to be honest with ourselves. Sometimes people use all these things, 我不要怕 as a convenient excuse. Not scared lah. Not scared, then why you're not doing? Right? It's about being honest with yourself and not use it as a convenient excuse.
Correct.
Like if you don't know how to swim, don't say your swimming trunk big lah. Right? The Hokkien they say, 不要水醉，卖讲水醉可怕。So I think it is more of being in that moment, knowing that you are experiencing it.
Yes.
Because hiding from it doesn't really make sense. Agree, even personally for me lah. Because I'm not the person that used to have the best of everything. When I was younger, I also go a lot of counseling lah, with the school counselor lah. But what is the purpose and intention behind it? And why the why are we doing it and how are we going to do it serves me more purpose.
Agree. I think also, to strengthen what you just said, right? A lot of us, right, we get very comfortable, so we need to do stuff to break out from the comfort zone, right? But we know that this comfort zone, right, although it's uncomfortable, right, you have to always remember that this discomfort only comes at the start. It's just like a new habit. Like for example, now you are trying to instill a good habit, like reading a book. The first time you pick up a book, I tell you, the first thing that comes to my head, wow, sian already, I want to put down the book already. Don't even need to read, just take the book, sit on the sofa, hold, open only, sleep.
That's why last time when I study, right, I tell my mother, you learn science, right, this thing called diffusion, put the book on the head. And then my mother tell me, you want diffusion, you must use reverse osmosis. Keep the shit outside, take in the right. Right. But at the end of the day, I think when we are, because I'm a person that like to question things. I don't like to go with the flow. I question every single thing that I do. Even if you tell me, this system works, I need to know what works. That's why I ask a lot of questions. Right? Even when my school counselor last time told me, hey, just avoid lah. Avoid. A lot of things just avoid. Hey, I don't want to feel sad. When you feel sad, right, shift yourself out from the emotion. When you feel scared, right, you shift yourself out. Shift for what? Why do I want to shift out of it? It's more of like when you are doing certain things, it's knowing that it's there. Right? Even now when I have some clients, right, doing healing for them, they will also tell me, hey, Edwin, but my counselor or my psychologist tell me, avoid it completely. Then it's still going to be there, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been experiencing this? about 10 years now. Then yeah, if I cannot avoid, then I take medication then I feel better. But that is just suppressing, that is just avoiding, which personally I don't like. I'm not an advocate of that. I'm an advocate of if you know that it's there, face it. What's so scary about it? Look at it. Why don't like your own face, man? Cannot be what? You ugly, look at the mirror, then decide how you want to be nicer.
Correct. But I guess what we are also saying is, what we are saying, like, even though you have fear, sometimes it's about facing your fears and going and diving into it.
Yeah.
But then I think we have to acknowledge that there are two groups of people, there are two types of people. There are possibly more, but these are the two more prominent, distinct ones. They are the kind that, like what you just said, I'm fearful of something, but I acknowledge my fear for it, and then ask yourself, is this fear derived from lack, or what is the reason, or how does this fear come out? And then we go into it. There's one group of people like that. There's another group of people that has to ask a lot of questions. We'll ask many, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's no good. It's just that when they ask a lot of these questions, right, some of the people are like that. They ask all these questions because they want to have a better understanding of everything. Whether is it their current situation, or to get more in tune with their awareness and have a clarity of what they're going through, as well as, let's say, even if they are studying something new, to ask the teacher a lot of questions. Why? Because they're the kind of people that need to fully understand everything. But the beauty about this group of people is also, after they've asked all these questions, right, and you've answered all their whys, right, trust me, they can teach better than your lecturer.
Yes.
Really amazing.
Yeah.
But then again, now the important thing is this: if you belong to the second group of people like I just said, then it's important now to know and acknowledge, am I asking these questions because I truly need to know, so that it can help me to understand better, to do the next course of action? Or am I asking questions after questions after questions, right, in an attempt to escape, right, and procrastinate, so that I don't have to do it? Because there are people like that. There are. So I think this is important. Like, acknowledging your fears is one thing, embracing your fears another thing. Figuring it out and try to sort out your planning and your strategic areas is also good. But how much time are you dwelling on it? Whether it's to help you go there, or does it end up stopping you from moving forward? That is something that has to be acknowledged.
I think, but the good thing about this is that our brain is built in a way biologically to prevent us from dying.
Yes, it is.
That's why sometimes if you look at scientific concepts, the two is fight or flight. Right? When we fight it, how are we going to fight it? When we fly away from it, why are we escaping from it? If it's something that is not practical, it's not useful, then leave it. But if it's something that is going to make a shift in your life, make a change in your life, then how are we going to fight it? Because a lot of times, this type of fears, right, is very subtle. It's not as bad as your phobias. Right? Fearing of doing something is only when you're, actually, why am I scared? Am I scared? Then you're nice part. Now I know I got a fear.
Sorry, but I'm just gonna say, but the kind of fears we are talking, right? Hope you guys don't misunderstand. We're not talking about the phobia kind of fears like claustrophobic or whatever, but you're scared of the room. We're not talking about that kind of fears, because that's a whole different thing altogether, is claustrophobic the right term? The one that you're very scared to be trapped in a very small space, enclosed space. These are a whole different thing altogether. We're not talking about. We are talking about.
I mean, all these fears come about also because of the same reason.
Correct, but then I find like for these topics, for like claustrophobics and a lot of these phobias, right, which are harder to address, really, if whatever we have shared can give you a little bit of insight or perspectives to help you relieve this, and hopefully you can get over it. We really hope it does, but if not, otherwise, right, we will also recommend to seek for professional guidance, because they'll be able to guide you through
some of these
the proper steps, and most importantly, they can provide you with the safe environment to execute whatever you need to release these fears. And I think safe environment is important. I think a majority of our fears also come about because when we need to shift out, right, whether it's from a current situation, we are afraid that we become too vulnerable. We find that our sense of peace or safety will be questioned, or it will be challenged, so we don't move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mainly to find a way that you're comfortable, right, to move out of it. Because personally, I have a fear of water,
Okay.
right? When I was younger, I think I nearly drowned a few times.
Okay.
I mean, but the answer to this is not to keep going into the water and drown myself, lah, right?
Yeah, if you drown yourself more than enough times, you no longer be scared to drown.
But the places that I nearly got drowned, right, was at East Coast Park, lah, Sentosa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, secondary school kids, right? You know, that time no fear, lah. Okay, go out into the
Yeah,
water,
yeah.
right? Then just walk in the circle, no? Like, so 5 of us, we hold each other and then
Yeah.
walk. And then suddenly you turn back, right? Wow. You can see the breakwaters like damn far away. And
Yes.
what am I gonna do?
Yes.
You know, then my legs start to cramp,
Yes.
right? And sometimes it's not about, like, if I look back on this story, right, is because I felt comfortable, I felt at ease. That's why I was able to move so far.
Correct.
Then it's only when I allowed the fear to come in, right, the whole body start to shut down, right? But it is not that the fear is no good. The fear is there so that I don't expose myself to more dangers,
Yep.
right? To know that, hey, we're going out too far already. Then it's time to come back a little, right? Equip myself with the right skills, the right knowledge,
Or
then,
equipment. Yeah.
then I can go further,
Yes.
right? But at that point in time, young lah, I mean, that one was sec 1 or sec 2, I forgot already.
Okay.
Right? So I didn't know that I could process it this way. Then after that, it escalated to the hydrophobia, scared of water. Like even going into swimming pool, also scared. Right? Same thing happened when I was in Sentosa, lah. You know, Sentosa, there's this Siloso Beach, if I'm not wrong. There's this island outside, no bridge, right? They have to swim over. So, you know, boys being boys, right, we will just, you know, keep each other ego trip. Lah, right?
Yeah.
I can swim over, lah. You can.
Yeah.
You can, I show you. End up also nearly got stuck in the middle because the fear came back. But from the first time I nearly drowned, and the second time I didn't do anything. That's why the same fear came back. But if I were to go and learn a skill or go and learn how to swim properly, will I be able to overcome that? Then swim again, lah. But it's because of this type of past experiences that acknowledges, you cannot. You need to be scared. That's why the fear is still there. But it's about how you equip yourself, how you improve yourself, then you move forward from there.
Correct.
Right? Now I want to swim. Why? Because I want to bring my son go and swim. Right? So learn again. Learn, recall like how to tread water, how to. I mean, the good thing is that I'm a little bit taller. I can stand inside the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Right? But if I really need to dive down, then sometimes it's embracing the skills that I have. How to move your arms, how to move your legs, how to direct your body, how to hold your breath in water. All this, if I know, good lah. Right? So when I know all this already, and I want to bring my son to swim, I know I can give him a safe environment to learn how to swim.
Yep.
Even when I put my son in the water, his whole body is he will grab onto me, and although like half of his body is about the whole entire torso, right?
Yeah.
Is at my face here, so his head is here.
Yeah.
Then the body is here. He will still feel scared.
Yeah.
But it's just because he haven't learned the skill or technique.
Yep.
Right? So I would say fear is a good way to recognize how to improve yourself, what you want to learn.
Correct.
Then after that, you improve your life from there.
Yes.
Because all these innate fears, like all this claustrophobia lah, hydrophobia lah, or even scared of needle. I also scared of needle lah. Last time very humpty. But now it's more of what you want. Come on. Like not scared. Not because I怕死被造, but it's more of I know how to process this fear.
Yes.
I know I can recognize it, improve myself, take action. Right?
Yes.
So I would say, for those of you who are watching this video today, the one thing that you can do, right, is just write down and acknowledge that there's a fear. Right? When you have that fear already, what is the one thing that you can do to give yourself that skill or that, or that strength to go and complete that particular task that you're actually fearful of.
Right.
Right? And that's where we make improvements.
Yep.
Right? So fear is something that you shouldn't be afraid of.
Yes.
Right? Fear is something that you can use to
your
improve
benefit.
yourself.
Yes.
Right? Also go across situations like it's not I scared hot. Then you go and touch fire lah.
Yeah lah, cannot lah.
But if
Doesn't
you
make
scared
sense.
hot, you want to touch fire. Can. Not say cannot. Learn the techniques. Why people can breathe fire, why people can put the fire into the mouth. Why? Not because they are God. Not because they learn certain techniques on how to breathe, how to make sure I control the fire well.
Yeah, correct.
Right? It's about gaining back your control.
Right.
So this is always a choice. Right? So that one thing, just write it down. If then again, I'm gonna say the same thing. If you're still afraid of certain things, leave it in the comment below.
Yes.
If you want to stay anonymous, email us.
Yep.
TalkItOutSG@gmail.com.
That's right.
Okay, and this is a journey that we're going to journey through together.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to improve each other's lives together, because every comment that you make, every email that you send us, is going to help many others
Yes.
to learn from your experiences.
Right. I think we also need to urge you, don't think like, oh, well, I put in a comment, I'm very paiseh, because then again, you see, if everybody is going to think like that, then, there's going to be a lot of question marks, right? I mean, look at it that way, if you have something today and you list it out that we can address, there could also be many 20, 50, hundreds or way more people who have the same thing, going through the same thing, but are afraid to voice out. And in fact, you might not even have known it, but you have made a valuable contribution in building this community. Right?
Yeah. Right? So with that, thank you all very much for staying all the way to the end.
Yep.
Okay, and if you have not, please like, follow, and subscribe.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.